If you back a wild animal into a corner, they're going to become a dangerous animal. So if you want to die on that hill of yours of righteousness and moral majority, then you go right ahead. I dare you to try and stop me from going into a women's bathroom. It will be the last mistake you ever make.
Okay, folks, so what's new in the world other than trans couch potatoes making threats against the general populace? Yes, we are here again. As you saw there, that person keeps showing up. Don't even know their name, but I'll tell you, they have showed up a couple of times on social media making these threats. Now, here's the thing. Are these threats real? Well, I don't know because I'll be honest, we've had several mass shootings by transgender people so far, and these manifestos or pieces and parts that have been released have demonstrated their intent, and also the fact that they have killed people shows that they will follow through. So we should be vigilant, folks, and be on the lookout, and try to be safe, and don't do what these people do, making threats and all this stuff. But this person, of course, has been around for a while. This trans couch potato, and it says you're gonna get a knock on your door. Of course, ranting trans activist threatens lawsuits against critics. Okay, so we had threatening. There was physical threats. Things like go out and buy a gun. If you try to stop me from going into a women's bathroom, it'll be the last mistake you ever make. Yeah, I'm that person, and I stand by every effing word of it or whatever. Okay, so trans, I do believe that it's a mental illness. The fact is, it's a mental illness. They can say all they want. That there's some sort of like, you're transphobic, you're this and that. And I'm like, no, I'm just looking out for my safety at this point. And safety for children as well. And so these people like this, they don't, what is the saying? They don't reproduce, they try to recruit. And that's what's going on. And so this is of course, what we would call, I don't know, something subtle, like a raving lunatic. Yeah, this person gets mad that people took the above quote to be him threatening violence. Weird. He complains that he got a lot of people hating me for absolutely no reason whatsoever. That's weird. Accountability, once again, is kryptonite to people like this. Well, now he's on a new mission to sue anyone who ever defamed him, including a list of right-wing and conservative celebrities like Tim Pool, Ben Shapiro, Matt Walsh, and of course, Chaya Raichik, who runs Libs of TikTok, although she is doing the Lord's work, which he refers to as a chia pet for some reason. Yeah, I'm not sure about the chia pet part. I really don't know this. So yeah, here it is. Threatening people again. So here we go.
So I'm the one who went viral back in March of 2023, in a viral video that I made where I was call to action or call to arms, go out, buy a gun. If you try to stop me from going into a woman's bathroom, be the last mistake you ever make. Yeah, I'm that person, and I stand by every fucking word I've ever said. The fact that I have to explain now, here we are a year later, explain why I made that video and just how many fucking stupid people there are in my comment section and in my DMs saying you threatened women and children.
Yeah.
Nowhere in that video did I threaten women and children. Broken fucking record. I mean, I made that video in response to somebody else who was making unaliving statements or unaliving promises to another trans femme on this app. Yeah, I took the initiative and stood up to that motherfucker. And what I got in response to that was a lot of people hating me for no reason whatsoever, getting my name defamed and slandered in news articles. I've even had famous people mention me. It is what it is. I mean, they're going to get theirs. So I'm gonna get a paycheck at the end of this. So it's all good. People calling me a pedo, as long as I can find out who you are and where you live, you're going to get in trouble. You're going to get, you're going to get a knock on your door for that. Calling me a pedo because I am a woman and I use the women's restroom and I use women's locker room. No one has ever fucking stopped me.
Okay, well, it sounds like a pedo. So anyway, as he said there, he demands people calling me a pedo. As long as I can find out who you are and where you live, you're going to get in trouble. You're going to get a knock on your door for that. But the thing is I look at this person, I go, I don't know if you could walk 5 blocks. I don't really know. I don't know if you could make it to the front door because honestly, dude, I don't see where the oppression is going on here when you're morbidly overweight like this. And you're at least, gosh, maybe 100, 150 pounds overweight, maybe even 200. And I guess they determined that because I'm fat, I am a brute and I'm pretty tough. So yeah, you're going to get a knock on your door for that. So it sounds like that in the past, they did get probably some warnings from social media that said, hey, you need to tone down. Of course, I don't know, maybe law enforcement came to them and said something. I don't know. But remember, this is the most protected class in the United States right now. In fact, they're put on a pedestal by the Biden regime. So I'm not seeing the oppression, especially in the way of like cookies, cake, and ice cream. I don't see it. But regarding using the women's bathroom, of course, no one has ever effing stopped me. No one will ever effing stop me. If you're gonna slander and defame my character, my name, you're gonna owe me a check, an effing check in the long run. I'm gonna get that effing check. Very stable, lovely person. As Paul Zapula says, of course he's threatening violence to try and get his way. Most reasonable people wouldn't be convinced that he's a woman or should be in a women's bathrooms. Only perverse or cowardly people support his agenda, and the violence can be very real, as we've seen of recent. Yeah, the violence is very real. So these threats, they should be taken seriously. Now, it sounds like they've toned down again because I don't know if somebody talked to them or it was simply just social media said, hey, you can't make these statements. We hate to do this to our transgender ally, but we have to have you just calm down a little bit because that's like the rules and stuff. And so Tim Pool, he says, we have armed guards and are in West Virginia. You cannot even try to knock on our door, but our guards will politely relay any messages you might have. Well, yeah, Tim Pool is, that's right. And this is the same person. I would suspect it was people like this who probably swatted Tim Pool those several times. There was kind of last summer or something, there was a bunch of fake swatting incidents. And that's in anticipation that the SWAT team will make a mistake and accidentally shoot an innocent person or kill an innocent person. So I think swatting somebody is probably, that is super evil to do to somebody. So anyway, I digress. Let's continue. Left-wing activists in particular, but lots of trans activists seem to think they are simply immune from consequences for making open threats on the internet. Yeah, I don't get this. Like, you making open threats, you should be careful. And I could tell by the way they were curbing their language this time that they probably had something happen. So Magdalene Burns says, this one should be watched very carefully. His threats are proof in any court case of premeditation. Yeah, I would keep an eye on this couch potato because this is a person who's making threats. Now, these are encouraging, obviously, other people to do this type of stuff, to go in and cause physical harm. But also they're making the threats themselves. So yes, I would be vigilant about people like this because this is their intent. And I don't know what it is. They just keep showing up on social media. I think it's this just eternal search for validation that they are a normal person. Okay. And what I mean by that is that they just want to be validated as just like me and you. Like, this should be normalized. This is normal. I'm normal, just like me and you. But they're not. They're not. And actually, this is a mentally ill person, if you haven't noticed. This man is completely unhinged and needs mental health care. Stat. He's not a woman, no matter how much he bloviates. It's a good word. And the not so thinly veiled threat should be taken seriously. I would not be surprised to see him make the news someday in a bad way. Yeah, this is basically their online manifesto. I mean, that's what I'm seeing. So just be vigilant. Why would women feel uncomfortable with a wonderfully tolerant individuals like this throwing their weight around to get their way? I know this is definitely inclusion. This is an inclusive, diverse individual who needs a lot of good equity in their lives. They've had plenty of food. Now they're just a little bit of equity would be helpful. But yes, this is the ever-loving arms of inclusion right here. Let's see. Juanita Broderick says, Mr. Smith and Mr. Wesson we'll be happy to show you the correct bathroom. Okay, so let's move on. This is why so many women are carrying. We aren't safe anywhere. So many trans women are AGP males, autogynephilia males, right? Who are extremely misogynistic. Yeah, that's the trait you see. The pattern you see is many of these trans gender males who are dressing up like females, they're actually women haters. It's disturbing too, actually. They feel entitled to force women to participate in their fetishes. These narcissistic males get very aggressive when women challenge them. Elaine said that. This is why so many women are carrying. Yeah. So the gender mafia really has a hard time with not being aggressive and violent for a group that claims to be simply peacefully existing. And I think this cartoon sums it up pretty well right here. TERFs need protection from women like me. So, you know what? J.K. Rowling is on par, and she is spot on with this stuff because per their brand, this group shows up again to be inciting what seems and appears to be very aggressive, threatening violence against women. I would say in particular, that seems to be a thing. And because they suffer from misogyny. This is a mentally ill group. Make no mistake. So Marxist gonna Marx. It's like how it's not all men, but you only hear about the bad ones. Sucks for the rest of us. Well, anyway, that's what I have today. Let me know what you think. Obviously, the best way to win social acceptance is to imply violence toward anyone who gets in your way and then threaten to sue anyone who stands up for you. Yeah, this is a fantastic marketing job you're doing. Winning strategy, super tolerant. Yeah, and as far as law enforcement and stuff like this, you might want to look into this. I'm just saying because, I don't know, it seems pretty darn threatening. This is lawsuits, but in the past, this person obviously has a track record. So anyway, just wanted to see what your thoughts were on that. If you want to leave any comments below, put a like on the video if you liked it, and please subscribe. And I will get back my English speaking abilities and skills next time. I don't know what the thing is. My mouth is dry or something. Anyway, I will talk to you later. Thanks, folks. Bye.